Hey guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. So today's pick a card reading is going to be a bit of an energy check-in. We're going to see what you don't see coming, and we are also going to get some advice for you. I have to be honest with you guys, the month of July has been kicking my butt. So if any of you are in the same boat, I decided to put some of the video ideas that I had on hold and just kind of come and hang out with you guys and just chill and just take some deep breaths together and just see what's going on, see what's up, see if we can get a little bit of advice or guidance to get us through the rest of this month. So I'm right there with you if it's been a little bit rocky. So I thought today we would actually just chill out, just hang out and actually set up the reading together. So I don't have your pile set up. Let's do this together. Let's light a little bit of sage and get this going. Like I was saying, it's been a little bit rough. So if any of you can relate, I would love to hear in the comments what might be going on for you, or I guess we'll see a little bit in the cards, like what's up with the collective. But this might be just a difficult time. We are approaching that 8-8 portal, that Lionsgate portal. So I'm pretty sure the collective that I'm reading for is a group of people who will be transforming, stepping through that portal and really making some changes in the month of August. So let's get our energy right. Let's get our energy together. So I think we're gonna do we'll do three readings today. And we're just gonna go ahead and set them up together because we are chilling, we're hanging out. So let's go for group one. Let's see what we've got for you. Group one. What's up with you? Just checking in with your energy. This is going to be the longest intro I've ever done, so I hope you guys are down to just chill out today a little bit. Here we go. Group one. Shuffle. Let's see what we've got for my number twos out there. Oh. Okay, number twos, 2 cards. We're cool with it. We will take whatever messages come. I'm gonna probably be doing August readings coming up pretty soon, so this is just going to be a little something to get us through July. Just get us through the rest of this month and give us the guidance that we might be looking for the rest of this month. Spirit's playing with me. Come on. Number 3. What messages do we have for number 3? Okay. I'm going to put some crystals on top of your cards. So let's see what we've got going on for number 1. Oh, for number 1, you have a rose quartz and an amethyst. For number 2, what have we got? Spirit, what do we have? We have carnelian and hematite for number 2. Ooh, dropped your hematite. Okay, and for number 3, what do we have? We have some green aventurine and a tiger's eye for number 3. So there are your piles. Kind of set that up together. So we have, again, reading 1 with the amethyst and the rose quartz, reading 2 with the carnelian and the hematite, reading 3 with the green aventurine and the tiger's eye. So as usual, take as much time as you need to select the reading that feels right to you. Pick either the number, or if you got a feeling when I was shuffling the cards, or maybe you're drawn to the stones, pick whatever is calling to you the most. We're going to check in with your energy, see what you don't see coming, and figure out some advice for you. I'll have your timestamps in the description box down below. I'm going to jump in with reading number 1, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, number 1, if you were drawn to the amethyst and the rose quartz, this is going to be your reading. We're going to do a little bit of an energy check-in and get you some advice and some messages from your guides for the rest of this month of July. just see what's up. So right off, I get a really gentle energy coming through for your reading. Of course, rose quartz always makes me think of love, so this might have something to do with your romantic life, but I am kind of getting just a bit of a different message than that. So for some of you, this could have to do with romance, and if that's the case, then these messages will apply to that area of your life. For others of you, this is about actually a process of self-love, and this is about an ascension process that you're going through. At this amethyst, I'm really being drawn to the crown chakra. I'm being drawn to the idea of higher consciousness, divine connection, and I feel like there might be a little bit of like an energy kind of pull from above down to your heart center. And I feel like the message that's coming through here is, if you are going through an ascension, if sometimes that ascension isn't fun or it's not easy, you know, it can get a little bit rough. This is kind of a message already to be very gentle with yourself. Be very gentle, kind, and nurturing to yourself as you make these leaps and bounds, as you're going through this growth, because it's not always easy. So yes, this is a bit of a reminder to practice some self-love as you are on your spiritual journey, as you are connecting with higher levels of consciousness. So let's remove these stones and let's see what card we have. So we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So yes, I do feel like my number ones are going through some sort of ascension process. Even just the imagery in this card, we're being kind of directed upward. I feel like a lot of the work that you've been doing has been leading you to this point. As I was talking about in the intro, we are approaching kind of a major energetic time. And I think that a lot of the work that you've been putting in has been leading you to this point. So I just want to say to my number ones, if it has been seeming a little bit tough, if it might even feel like everything is kind of, I don't really want to say culminating, because I feel like that's what's actually happening. But what it could feel like to you is that everything's kind of piling on at once, that things are becoming intense, that there's so much to keep up with, that there might be a lot of things that are worrying you. It might feel almost like you've been knocked off of your path at sometimes, like it's just so overwhelming that you're wondering, am I even on the right track anymore? Because this is getting hectic. This kind of brings me back to this feeling of, you're more prepared for this than you realize. You know, take that deep breath. When it starts to feel like it's all just building up on you, it's all just piling up, take a deep breath and know that you have been placed in this very position for a reason. You are here right now, right where you should be, and it's all for a reason. So I do think that a lot of this is going to start making sense to you, that it's going to start sorting out, and the message here is just be gentle with yourself. You are prepared for this. As much as it might seem like things are going haywire, you are prepared for this. You have been prepared for this. You have chosen to walk this journey, to walk this path, and that means you can handle anything that you encounter along this path. So yes, let's move on and just kind of let that be your crowning energy. We'll look into some tarot. I'm going to do a real simple spread. Like I said, you guys, I'm just keeping it real easy today, because it has been overwhelming. I think a lot of us, especially those of us who are really sensitive to the subtle energies of what's going on, we're feeling it right now. Like, we are totally feeling it, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So let's just look into some current energies for you, number one, and see what's going on. What messages do you have for my number ones? Okay, I'm not going to take all these. This is a lot. I am I'm noticing, because I actually saw the Tower. Yeah, I actually saw the Tower when I first picked up the deck to shuffle for you. So it could be that energy that we're talking about. I will say what's coming through right now, I just keep hearing structures have to fall. Things have to come down in order to be rebuilt. Yeah. Let's see. It's kind of regroup. What messages do you have for number 1? King of Cups. Okay, and the Fool. Let's get one more card. The Knight of Cups. Interesting that you have all of this Cups energy coming out for you. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We might be dealing with some slow moving energy for you. You might be in a time where it feels like things are taking a little while to come through. It could even be that you're like confused about where you are on your path. Like, is this the right way? Is this the right track? Am I doing the right thing? I love that you had all this Cups energy come out, because for me, Cups energy is always really supportive, and it has kind of a nurturing quality. A really empathetic quality. So I do think we're still playing around with that energy of being very kind to yourself as you embark on this new journey. You had the Fool come out. So I do feel like a lot of you are at least playing around with the idea of embarking on a new journey if you haven't already started. But what I'm seeing here is that you might be at the very beginning stages of this new journey. This might be an idea. This might be that you've taken a few steps, but you don't know exactly where it's going to lead. It's this feeling of getting ready to step off of a cliff. And it can be an exciting time, but it can also be scary, especially if these energies are kind of overwhelming. But I see you taking action with this Knight of Cups. You even had the Knight of Pentacles. These would be the 2 slower moving knights out of the 4. So it could have taken a while. It could be taking a while to find your footing. It could be taking a while to figure out exactly where you're going with this. But I see this supportive and this nurturing, this compassionate energy. This could be your own energy, and this could be the energy of someone around you. This King of Cups might be a supportive, could be a male in your life, doesn't have to be, but this could be a supportive person. What I like about this energy, especially if it is yours, is this is showing you stepping up in a leadership position. And I feel like this is you stepping up in a leadership position in your own life. This is you maybe taking charge and taking control over something in your life, stepping out in this new direction, stepping out in this new territory. But in this very, like, I want to say it's like, a lot of times when we start something new, we can go in completely foolish. Like, we can go in not knowing all the facts. We can go in not thinking through what exactly we should do and what our next steps might be. We can rush in. I'm not seeing that for you. I think this is a well thought out plan for you with the 2 knights that have showed up for you, and also just this King of Cups. This is a leader, but this is someone who's very empathetic, who doesn't forget about those who are important to them along the way, who doesn't forget about themselves. So this could be kind of your current energy. Like, I just want to say, don't leave yourself behind. And I feel like this is showing up for a reason. This is either because this is something you've realized or because it's something you need to hear. Don't leave yourself behind as you start out on this new journey. Be sure that you are being kind and nurturing to yourself, that you're not being too hard on yourself, that you're not expecting too much out of yourself, that you're not expecting yourself to have all of the answers. The Fool doesn't have the answers and doesn't really care. So it's a fun energy. It's a more playful energy. I feel like this could be new energy for you. I feel like this could be a message of, take some of the pressure off of this. You don't have to get it right. You don't have to have all of the answers. Be gentle with yourself and have fun. Make this a fun experience for yourself. Make this a fun journey. It doesn't have to be that serious, but still be compassionate. I feel like saying to you, be really serious about the compassion that you're showing to yourself. If anything, like, if you're going to be serious about anything right now, be serious about how you are treating yourself. Be serious about how you are nurturing yourself along this new journey. Don't compare yourself. That's what I'm hearing with this. Don't compare yourself. Be kind. See what you have that's special, and don't be worried about how you might not stack up, or how whatever you're offering might not be good enough. Be brave in this, but don't beat yourself up. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be the kindest to yourself, because when you're able to show yourself compassion, that's what you're going to receive from the outside world. So with this being the current energy, I am seeing that a lot of you are probably embarking on something new, and that empathy and compassion is really key right now. I see you stepping up in a leadership role, but I also see you doing this in a very thoughtful way, and trying not to rush yourself. I hope that that's an energy that you can maintain, because there's really no reason to rush this. So I want to look now into what you don't see coming. What does number 1 not see coming? Oh, wow. Okay. There's that tower again. There's that tower again. Wow. Okay. This could also be energy that you've already sensed on the horizon. I feel like I was picking up this energy throughout the entire reading so far. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. You know, as you're going through this journey, as you're stepping out as this Fool, I was just feeling the need to tell you guys to be compassionate with yourself from the very start of this reading. Like, before we even turned over your first oracle card, I was feeling that, and that's what I'm seeing here. So you guys might not see how hard you're being on yourself, or how hard you're about to be on yourself. And this is what I'm seeing here. I feel like as you venture along this journey, a lot of things are going to come up. There might even be a lot of shadow work that you're doing here with this Moon card. And it's just like you might have a tendency to think that this should all be happening faster, to think that you should be getting results faster, to even worry that you won't be able to maintain the results that you've already produced. That could be kind of a concern for a lot of you. I see you with the 7 of Pentacles, maybe looking at what's going on for you and thinking that might not be good enough. I might not be good enough. And that's just not the case. So this is the type of energy that could produce a tower moment in your life. But I feel like what you don't see coming is that you almost feel like there's going to be a tower moment, even if there isn't. I feel like being hard on yourself in that way could produce kind of the energy of everything collapsing around you. This could even be heavier energies that you are coming from, like feeling like everything is collapsing around you, like things that you've built up aren't working, like relationships are falling apart. I feel like a lot of this could be illusion with the Moon card. With the Moon, I'm always thinking that you're kind of digging into the depths here. You're kind of looking at the darker aspects of things. You might even be looking on the dark side of things more often, but you can be kind of going through a lot of shadow work. I feel like with the Fool energy, this Moon energy is always required. It either gets you there or it finds you shortly after you find yourself in that Fool energy. Because as you sort through that, like those more shadow aspects, it's going to send you on a new journey. Or sometimes we start taking the journey and we ask the questions later, and that could be the case for you. It could be that you've kind of stepped out in this new direction. You have decided you want to make some sort of change in your life. And then these more shadowy aspects start to show up. That happens very often because we're almost forcing that growth. Sometimes when we just take that leap, the growth follows. So I actually see this as a positive thing for you. I see that a lot might be coming to the surface for you. I see that something could trigger a lot of things to come to the surface for you that you might not realize. So it could be that you started on this new thing. You decided, hey, I want to take control of my life in this particular area. And you start out on this new journey. And then all these things start to come up. All of this It could even be emotional baggage. All of these fears start to show themselves. You could maybe even feel like you're alone in this a lot of the time. And you might not have expected to feel that way when you first started out. So this could be something that you're just not seeing, that these kind of thought patterns could lead you to this sort of energy. I think that's the reason that all of this compassion, the need for this compassion for yourself as you take this journey, is necessary. I think that a little bit of appreciation for the work that you have put in and for the results that you have been able to acquire so far, I feel like you need to look at these things and really pat yourself on the back. Don't let these things make you think that you won't have further success later. Don't let it make you think that this is just done, like that this idea is done for you, that that you're not good enough, that it's not going to work out for you, because I think a lot of these thoughts could be showing up for you, and the need for that compassion is very, very evident. So I feel like you guys, some of you might not see that you might be kind of venturing toward a more negative thought pattern, and I feel like others of you can catch yourself doing that. Like you're catching yourself overthinking about things. You're catching some of these things that you might have pushed down. You're catching some of them coming to the surface for you more often. You're catching some of these thoughts of, I won't make it, I won't succeed, I might not be good enough, whatever I'm producing might not be good enough. You're catching some of those thoughts coming to the surface. And to be honest with you, when I sat down to do this reading, I'm really looking forward toward that 8/8 portal. Not like I'm so eager for it. I mean, I am kind of eager, but I'm already feeling the energy of it, and it is kind of intense. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. It's sort of intense. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're right on the cusp of something. You're right. I feel like a lot of you have already stepped into this Fool energy, but if you haven't, this is something I think you're gonna be experiencing in the month of August. And I feel like our thoughts can become the darkest, and our worries can become the loudest. That negative voice in our head can become the loudest right when we're on the verge of something. And this is really, I feel like this energy that you don't see coming is a worry for you. It's more of a worry than a reality. It's more of a thought than anything that really happened. So you might find that you are more worried that things are going to fall apart for you, that something won't be able to be maintained, that something won't be good enough, that something won't work out. And it might even be about your expectations so far throughout the year. It could be that you're looking at what you expected to have happen by now or something like that, and you're like, I'm not sure if this is good enough, or I thought I'd be so far down this path by now, and I'm not. I don't think this is good enough. I don't think what I've done is good enough. I worry that it won't ever be more than this. So watch your thoughts, because this is really coming through to me more as thoughts and illusion with this moon energy. Fear is a lie. And it's really hard for us to understand that when we're in the middle of fear, worry, anxiety, running worst case scenarios. It's not even true, but it can feel so real. So please be compassionate with yourself. Please look at what you have accomplished and be happy about that. Be proud of yourself. It's so easy for us to write off our accomplishments and just say, oh, that didn't mean anything, on to the next goal. But what have you really done? Like, what have you actually done this year so far? Probably a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for by the looks of this. So, yeah, some of these thoughts, some of these darker aspects, some of these worries coming to the surface, you might not see that coming. You might not even see how you're feeding into them sometimes, because they can be disguised as ambition. I feel like a lot of times those kind of thoughts can be disguised as ambition. It starts out as, I just want to do more, I just want to do better, I just want to start out on this new thing and have success. And before you know it, it can become kind of a cycle of being really hard on ourselves, feeling really alone on our path. Having some of these worries come to the surface. Yeah. This is kind of a message here to trust your intuition. You might not realize that you might be faced with some sort of choice where you really need to trust your intuition. With the Moon card, I get heavy intuitive energy from that. And this can be like, if your intuition sent you on this path to begin with, trust it. Don't worry that it's going to all fall apart before your eyes. Trust that initial intuition that led you here. Okay. I am going to give us one more row to work with here. And I want this last row to be a little bit of advice. We're going to get further advice from some oracles, but let's just see what we can get. A little bit of advice about this energy. Yeah, talk about illusion with the Seven of Cups. Let's move this up. Talk about illusions. You know, if there's a tendency to kind of compare yourself with others, this Seven of Cups is saying to me, you know, sometimes it's not what it seems. Sometimes it's not as good as it seems. Sometimes the people that you think are very successful, that are very sure of themselves, that have it all figured out, they really don't have it figured out either. They're really going through some of the same stuff that you are. They really have these same worries and anxieties that you do. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Knight of Swords. You had so many knights show up. 3 of the 4. Am I right about that? We have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups here, and we have the Knight of Swords here. I think that movement and progress is really important to you right now. But there is a difference between moving in flow, moving in sync, moving in a way that is productive and conducive to our overall health and well-being, and there's a different type of movement too. There's a rushing, and I think your guides want you to make sure that you're not rushing. What usually stands out to me about this Knight of Swords is the look on the horse's face. If that doesn't say it all, I feel like the knight himself and the horse that he's riding on are one at this moment. They are moving as one. This horse is doing what the knight instructs him to do. The horse is going where the knight instructs him to go. But if you look at the expression on that horse's face, he looks strained, he looks tired, he looks worried, he looks stressed out. You know, it's all happening too fast. So I do think that progress is important for you here with all of these knights showing up, all of this movement showing up for you, but the way that you do it is going to be key. This Knight of Cups energy, moving forward with compassion, moving forward, caring for the self while you're making this progress is what's being highlighted as a way for you to go. Moving forward in a way that's stressful and that is straining you and that doesn't feel quite right. And also, this is kind of that energy of like, this doesn't check in with intuition. We were talking about leaning on your intuition and this Moon card really speaking to that. I feel like sometimes the Knight of Swords, there is no intuition. He's out to get something. He's out to go somewhere. And even if somewhere along this journey, something inside of him said, you know what, we need to stop and rest. We need to stop and think about this. Maybe we need to change directions altogether. I feel like he would not receive that guidance because he is dead set on getting where he's going. If anything, I feel like this horse is the one that's like, hey, something doesn't feel right. So this horse might be more intuitive about that, kind of needing to check in and make sure we're still on the right path. So yeah, to me, this is saying how you move is going to really matter here. It's actually going to let you make more progress. Maybe even slowing down is going to allow you to make more progress. So yeah, we have this idea of illusion coming up multiple times. I think that your guides, in terms of advice, I'm still getting self-care vibes, even from the Ten of Swords, which is so crazy. I don't know if I've ever read this this way, but to me, this is showing the difference between this King of Cups, this Knight of Cups energy, this very nurturing energy, this energy that helps you move forward to your next goal, that takes care of you. It's energy of taking care of yourself as you move forward to your next goal versus being completely consumed, being stressed and exhausted, having too many burdens. being completely taken down. And I feel like this Knight of Swords energy in this case would lead straight to this Ten of Swords. If I had to say where he's running to, this would be it. So the advice is, even if it seems like it's slow, it's fine. Like, you're fine. The most important thing is for you to nurture yourself. I also think your intuition is super key right now. Like, not just to help you along your journey to make sure you're still on the right path, but also taking the time to check in with that intuition, to make sure that this feels right, to make sure that it's going right, to make sure that you're still on a path that your soul is jiving with. I feel like that's really important right now. And if you were to move too fast, this is not saying that you are. This is actually coming out in your advice. And I am reading this as, don't move so fast that you can't listen to your inner voice, because we can do that. This knight cannot hear his inner voice. All he can hear is the wind. He's gone. Don't move so fast that you can't hear your inner voice. Yeah, I'm wondering if, I feel like you guys are making progress and moving toward some kind of financial stability, something you want to like really shore up for yourself, something you want to solidify for yourself with this Four of Pentacles under the Knight of Swords. But it's like, you don't have to get there yesterday. It doesn't have to be as fast for you to be able to secure this. You don't have to stress and strain for you to be able to secure this. I was actually listening to a talk about that the other day, and it's sort of like, it's the idea that you can believe that great things can happen in your life even when you aren't stressing yourself out, even when you aren't beating your head against a wall, even when you feel well rested and you feel clear-headed. These are things that are actually an indication that you're on the right track. But sometimes we use that stress and that strain as an indication, like we're working really hard and we're going to get where we're trying to go. It can actually be quite the opposite. So yeah, your guides want you to not be fooled. Don't be fooled by illusion. Don't be fooled by the idea that something will be lost. And don't be fooled by the misconception that you have to hustle so hard to get what you want. Be gentle with yourself, as was coming out with these initial stones. So yeah, I actually have a deck here for clarification. So let's see what I want to clarify here. There was something that was kind of jumping out to me a while ago. Let's clarify this Tower. Why is this Tower here? Why is the Tower here, Spirit? Have you guys been overworking? As I'm sitting here looking at this, this Five of Pentacles, and I'm looking at how these people are, it's like they're headed right for the Tower. So for some of you, if you have been overworking, yeah, Six of Inspiration, so Six of Wands. This is all for a victory. This is for the idea of victory. This is for the idea of success. This is for recognition. I feel like it could have the potential to kind of go the other way. Let's clarify this Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Seven of Emotions, Seven of Cups, clarifying the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Voices. So with the Two of Voices or the Two of Swords, we're talking about making a decision. We can be even talking about compromising. We can be talking about, for me, a lot of times making a decision based on intuition. So yeah, we have the Seven of Cups showing up multiple times, and that can be that there seems like there's too many choices. So a lot that can lead to this this kind of feeling of confusion, or that feeling of illusion that we were talking about. There's too many choices. There might be I feel like you guys are overloaded with ideas right now, which is a great thing. It is a great thing. There might be so many paths that you could see yourself taking with this Fool energy. So many paths that you could see yourself taking. So many paths that could lead to some form of success. But this is really a message to feel out intuitively what actually feels right to you. Because I think that for a lot of you, you can be led to this area of stress and overwhelm because of all of these ideas, because of trying to do things, do too many things at once. But with the Two of Swords, I'm usually led back to this idea of choosing from an intuitive place, which is interesting because Swords energy is so intellectual, but that's almost the point to me a lot of times. It's like we think that because it makes logical sense, it also makes logical sense for us to do it, but it doesn't always. Sometimes we have to rely on our intuition to point us in the right direction, and then you can use all of that intellectual energy to move you forward once you've decided what you want to do. But yeah, I see for a lot of you that this is going to come back to an intuitive feeling and to a nurturing feeling. So I wanted to close your reading with some self-love cards. I pulled these out because I kind of feel like we all need a little bit of self-love and self-care. So we're going to look at this oracle and just get some advice on what you can do, what you can be doing during this time to best care for yourself. So number one, ooh. Whenever the deck does this, like doesn't want to cooperate with me, I'm usually like, I have to think about that. Like, is there a little bit of resistance to this idea of self-care? This can also have to do, yeah, it's happening again. This can also have to do with the decisions, like being torn between two decisions. And they can be decisions that don't feel like they fit together very well. Like feeling like, well, if I choose this, then I have to leave this behind. If I kind of back, like with this Five of Cups energy here, if I let these 3 cups go so that I can have these, then I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Kind of maybe wanting to have it all, wanting to do it all, but this will lead to a place of overwhelm and stress. So let's see, advice for number one. What do we have? So we have dance and spend time with friends. I love this energy for you because as soon as I saw dance, I'm like, yeah, this energy of dancing, this energy of kind of like letting loose, cutting loose. We've got some ashes on the table. Sorry, you guys. It's the opposite energy to this strain or this worry that a tower moment may approach. It's just this energy of being free. So yeah, connect with those that make you feel the most free, those that you can spend good quality time with, that you can just kick back and relax with, that you can just whatever it is that you do, like with your friends. And this can also be about spending time alone. For some of you that maybe you don't feel like you have those friend connections, or you do enjoy being in your own company, blast the music and dance around like a fool all by yourself if that's what you feel called to do, and spend some time doing both. If you have those great connections, super, spend time with them, spend some time cutting loose on your own. But this really gives me the energy of just be kind to yourself, just be easy with yourself, let this unfold naturally. You don't have to stress and strain. You deserve all of these blessings that are coming into your life. You deserve to take control over your life and be compassionate with yourself as you are chasing down these dreams. You can still have everything, but you don't have to be in the Ten of Swords energy, and you don't have to worry that it won't be good enough, because it will be good enough, especially if you take the time to nurture yourself along the journey. So yes, I think I'm going to leave it there. That's all the messages I see for you. I'm hoping that this helped, especially if you were kind of feeling the way I was feeling about this month so far. Hope this is some good energy and some good things to keep in mind as you continue through this month. So yes, I'm going to leave it there. If you did like this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again really, really, really soon in another reading. Bye. Hi, number 2, if you were drawn to the carnelian and the hematite, this is going to be your reading. We're going to do your energy check-in. We're going to see what's up. We're going to find out what you don't see coming and get advice and some love from your spirit guides. So right off, from your stones, I am sensing that my number 2s are my creative bunch. So not to say that the other groups don't have plenty of creatives in them, but I feel like your message might have something to do specifically with a creative endeavor, a new creative idea, or just this idea of you wanting to express your creativity. With these 2 stones, I'm getting those vibes. With carnelian, I am really drawn to the sacral chakra here, and this is about creativity. This can also be about our like sexual impulses, but to me, that's the same thing. Our sexual drive, our sexual energies are all about creativity. It is kind of the expression that creates. It creates life, so it creates the most important form of expression that we do. So this is about our creativity. This can be about art, it can be about music, it can be about new creative ideas that you're having. And this is combined with the energy of hematite. So hematite is a really grounding stone, and I get grounding energy from this carnelian as well. This can be a call for you to ground yourself. This can be kind of an idea for you to play with, because I'm kind of seeing somebody who's very creative and could even sometimes have that head in the clouds type feeling. So this could be about grounding these creative ideas down into reality. This could be about taking practical steps and practical measures. If this idea of grounding is resonating for you, this might be that you need to take some sort of practical measures toward whatever this creative pull is. And this could even have to do with romance, because we are talking about the sacral chakra. So this could have something to do with that for you. But for a lot of you, I think this is some sort of creative venture, some sort of creative idea, and the need to take some steps toward this thing that might have been bugging you for a little while. Hematite is also a stone that provides a lot of clarity. It can sort through confusion. So if this is about maybe being confused about which creative idea to pursue, being confused about what step to take, it could even be that the practical steps don't seem clear to you right now. This is great energy for that. So this is kind of the energy of getting all of that together, getting some of these big ideas that you have, getting some of this more cerebral energy grounded down into reality and finding clarity. So with that being said, let's see what these 2 cards are that you got, because you were the only group that got 2 cards. So we have Birthing a New Age. So this is birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah. And we also have Keepers of the Earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So you might, you really might be working on some sort of new creative venture. I feel like saying for some of you, this could even be something that you, like this idea that you have, or this creativity that you feel pulled toward, this could be something that you have in common with someone in your family, maybe even an ancestor that has already passed on. It could be something you have in common with them. It could actually be the specific creative thing that has your mind kind of turning. It could be that this person actually did that. Like maybe you're feeling called to paint, and you had a family member who was also a painter. But this could also just be that you are reaching into just your idea of creativity, reaching into that creative bucket, and you might have others that are also creative, that are similarly creative, maybe even people that you can connect with, who can teach you, or somebody that you can enjoy these sort of hobbies with. So keep that in mind. But this idea of birthing new creations, yeah, I think that this really is about you pulling something into the physical world, maybe getting something out for people to be able to see, getting something that people can touch with their hands, making it more than just an idea is what this feels like to me, especially focusing on these lower chakras, this lower kind of energy, really grounding it down. And I don't mean lower bad. It's very good energy. It's very physical energy. So this is about bringing something into more of a physical form for you. Yeah, That's really beautiful energy. Let's move this off to the side and let's get some tarot. So I'm just doing some simple spreads today, just something really, really simple, just so we can get the messages that we need to kind of get us through. I was talking a lot about the 8/8 portal in reading 1. I'll probably talk about it in all the readings because I'm really feeling the energy. And for those of you who do pick up on subtle energies, you might already be sensing that something is changing, that something is calling to you, something's kind of pulling you to get there is how it's coming through. And I feel like, especially for this energy that I'm picking up on for you, something might have been kind of nagging at you to really get this going, or to produce something at a new level. To let some of these ideas in your head, some of these ideas you've been dreaming of, to let them come out, to let them come to fruition is how this is coming through. So I think that this portal might be really important energy for you. This might be a time when you are feeling even more called to push through and to really step through that gate that we are approaching. I'm playing with the idea of doing some specific 8/8 portal, Lionsgate portal readings if this energy kind of continues to build. But like I was saying, I feel like I'm reading for the collective that is definitely going to be changing and transforming around this time. So if you are feeling more called to give birth to some sort of new creation, to let your work out into the world, to let your words be heard, to let or read. I'm hearing to let your words be heard or read. Let's get some sage going. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of you are being called to express, to actually get over the hurdle and to trust yourself, to let these creations come to light. So let's look at your current energies. Wow. Okay. I was going to take 3 cards, but yeah, you guys want more cards, more cards than I had planned. So we're gonna do 4 for your current energies. I feel like you guys might be feeling pretty good. Especially some of you are working as a team in some kind of creative venture, and that's funny because Keepers of the Earth gives me kind of like a teamwork feeling. This can even be that you're working more with your guides as a team. You could be working with friends, family members. This could be about collaboration of some sort, but this is definitely, for a lot of you, something artistic, something expressive. And I feel like you're having to move away from energy that felt like it was holding you back. Let me look at this bottom of the deck energy here. So we have the King of Swords. Yeah. I feel like there's a need to be somewhat strategic here. There's a need to be very thoughtful. It's actually bringing me back to this energy of grounding something down into reality. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're having to use these dual sides of your brain is how it's coming through. You're a very creative person. You're also a very smart person, and you can be practical. Sometimes marrying the two could be difficult, especially if you have this more artistic side, you have this more free-spirited side of your personality. It can be hard to kind of get the two to match, and I feel like that's why your guides are bringing all of this this practicality and all this grounded energy to the forefront, because this is about taking those dreams, taking that stuff that's intangible, taking that stuff that it's really in your mind. It's something that you can't easily share with people because it's not physical, so it's hard to get them to see what you're seeing. It's about taking those things and making it so that it can be seen, being very very practical about it, being very strategic about how you do this. So this could be like getting that business plan in order, getting that funding that you need to make this happen. It can be about taking those practical steps and using that strategy to get this done, to get this grounded. You have this this Seven of Wands energy here, and I feel like this is something you really stand behind. Now, I don't know if you've actually had to defend this. For some of you, it could be that. It could be that maybe you want to pursue something. You've had this idea that you want to chase a dream that maybe some people in your life haven't been that supportive of. So it might not be for you that you've had to actually defend this, but I feel like this is something you would defend. I feel like this is something that you stand behind. I feel like this is the energy of something that it kind of never leaves you. Like the idea or the passion, the pull toward this, it never leaves you. And I feel like that's why your guides are saying, let's get really practical about this right now. Let's ground this into reality, because this pull, this desire, this urge to move in this direction, it's not going to go anywhere. You're actually going to defend this with your life. You're actually going to always feel called and feel pulled. This is something that makes you really happy. So I feel like whatever changes you're making right now, or whatever is on your mind right now, or how you see the rest of this year or the next year or so playing out, it feels like you want to move towards something that's making you more happy, something that's getting you the recognition that you deserve, something that allows your unique talents and gifts to shine. And it just seems to me like this isn't something that you're going to let go of. So this could even be, the reason this is coming out in your current energy could be because you have recently made some kind of step. You've made some sort of move in this direction. You may have defended yourself. You may have stood up for yourself when it comes to this thing. You may have fought for the recognition. I'm seeing some of you leaving a job, leaving something that felt like it was holding you back. And especially if this is a situation where it has felt like you always had to be on the defensive, I feel like you're stepping away from that and you're moving into a place of more harmony right now. I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to find people who recognize your gifts and abilities and who are working with you. So this is a really collaborative time for you. This is coming out in current energy, so you may have already felt that. You may already be collaborating with someone who is like-minded, maybe even joining two creative ideas together. For a lot of you, you could be building an audience, building a following, building a customer base, because I see your work getting attention. So I see you moving away from those areas where you didn't feel like you were getting the recognition that you needed, and moving toward things that really light you up, things that make you happy, things that get you the attention and the recognition that you deserve for what you're putting out there. Yeah, this is actually really interesting energy. I feel like for a lot of you, you're becoming more sure of this every day. If you haven't already made steps that kind of prove that, like, you're pretty sure, I feel like you're going to be doing that in the near future. And for a lot of you, this could be around the Lionsgate portal. So around August 8th, you might find yourself really standing your ground about something, really taking steps to move towards something and away from something else. And I feel like your energy is that of being more focused on what you're moving toward than what you're moving away from. Because I feel like whatever you want to move away from, it's not necessarily that pleasant. It doesn't light you up. It doesn't bring you joy. And that's what you're moving towards. So if this requires you to be very blunt, to be very truthful, to speak out and to stand your ground, I think that's something you're going to be doing. I think that's energy you are stepping into right now. So let's move on from this. Actually, really beautiful energy. I feel a conviction here. I feel that you're becoming more and more sure of something, and that's really giving you the confidence to move forward. I want to look at next what you don't see coming. So let's look at that. What does number 2 not see coming, Spirit? Wow. Wow. And why do you keep getting 4 cards? That's what I want to know. Because I'm trying to pull 3. Some of this is very similar energy to what I was seeing in group 1. The Knight of Cups was a topic of conversation over in group 1. You are about to receive major blessings and guidance, help, and like a leg up from the universe is what I'm seeing here. And especially if you feel like you've sort of had to go out on a limb about something, like you might even be kind of on your own. Like maybe this is a crazy idea. Maybe this is an unconventional idea. Maybe this is not the way that most people choose to live their lives, or you're moving away from something that seemed really stable, but to you it wasn't satisfying. I feel like the universe is about to bless you when it comes to these decisions that you've made. And if you felt like you're on your own, you're about to not feel like that anymore. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow. This is like, you guys are about to plant a seed here. You're about to plant a seed that is going to grow. And kind of how this is coming through is you're being given the seed. And I feel like a lot of you already know this. It feels like this has been divinely inspired. It feels like something has been calling to you, tugging at your sleeve a little bit. You've gotten some really great ideas and you've moved in a very positive direction towards bringing in more of what you want. And now it's like you have this seed in your hand. You're going to plant it. This is you being practical. This is you being kind of grounding that energy down like we were talking about. Gosh, the way your guides are like crazy with the images. So let me just back up a little bit. We were talking in the beginning about having these inspired ideas. So this could be ideas that come to you through dreams. This can be just like your creative ideas kind of bubbling. It's like your mind is going, and these ideas are really coming towards you, but your guides are saying now ground that down. So it's like this, this very practical idea has been handed to you from Spirit. And I feel like what you guys have done really well is you reached out and you took it. So you've been aware of this blessing that Spirit was giving you, this idea that Spirit was giving you. And you've taken this, and now you're the Page of Pentacles, you're planting that, and Spirit's going to water it with the Ace of Cups. Spirit will water the seed that you have planted, which is so beautiful because it feels like this reciprocal energy. It feels like what you don't realize is going to happen is, even if you're going out on a limb, even if you're trying something new, even if you don't have a whole lot of belief about how this might work out for you, Spirit is going to come through and surprise you. You don't see that. You don't know how much this will be blessed for you. Whatever this is in your life, it's going to be blessed. This is about you taking practical action, and then Spirit coming right behind you and saying, yes, we approve of that action. Now let's pour a little bit of magic juice on it. And that's just watering that seed. So, yeah, you guys, this is actually kind of crazy. I do feel with this Four of Swords that a lot of you may be coming from a time of rest and recovery. This can also be about gentle nurturing of the self, which was a theme in group 1. So this might be collective energy because, like I was saying, the Knight of Cups showed itself in reading 1, and you having this Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, this could be about you taking the time to rest and recover. Also noticing that this is the time that you feel most inspired, that you're actually going to receive more of these ideas and be able to work in more harmony with the universe when you are resting and recovering, when you are allowing those energies to flow through you. So meditation might be kind of jumping out as a theme for you. Maybe just take that time to slow down and to let your intuition guide where you go next. I think it's important for you because I think that whatever you're about to do is going to be so super blessed that you don't really have to strain yourself. You don't have to stress yourself, but you do have to make sure that you're on the right track intuitively. But this is actually gorgeous energy. Some of you don't see a loan coming or somebody offering to fund a creative idea for you. I feel like something might come out of nowhere, a friend, a family member saying, you know what, I believe in you and I'm going to help you out here. So this can be actual financial help. This can be directly related to your creative ideas or whatever this venture is that you want to explore. This could be about you moving and receiving the funds that you need to move to this new location that you want to go to pursue something, or someone offering a place for you to stay. I'm seeing like very behind the scenes spiritual help for you, but I'm also seeing very practical help. So it almost feels like the universe is saying, as they are asking you to be more practical about these things, to take some practical steps that they're able to bless. It's like they're saying, and we will follow up by doing the same. We will give you that practical help that you need. If that's funding that you need, if that's supplies that you need, if that's a space that you need, if it's even a place to live, if it's actual tangible evidence that this is the right path for you, Spirit is promising to follow up with that. So wow, beautiful, beautiful energy. Your final row here is going to be advice. We're going to actually finish up with some advice, but I wanted to use the opportunity to maybe get some further advice from the tarot, just specifically about what we see going on with you. So what does Spirit have for you? Let's move these cards up because I'm not going to be able to fit another row. And I don't know what we're going for here, you guys, because you guys want all the cards today. So we might be looking at another 4 cards coming out for you. I don't know what's up, but 4 might be somehow significant for you. Some of you might be seeing 444 a lot. If that's the case, 444 is usually a sign to keep going. And I would say that that would be appropriate here. Whenever I see 444, it's like, it's a message of encouragement. It's a message that whatever you're working on is divinely guided and divinely protected. And I would see that being the case for you based on what you don't see coming, being all of this beautiful energy from the universe, all of these blessings pouring out for you. Definitely keep going and take as much practical action as you can, because the universe is just standing by ready to bless it. So what advice do you have for number 2? What advice do you have for number 2? So we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands. What advice do you have for number 2? The Devil. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. And we have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. With the 6 of Pentacles, we're looking at noticing what you're giving versus what you are getting in a scenario. And because I saw you with the 6 of Swords moving away from something, this can be about maybe some attachments that you have to things that aren't really paying out for you. This is about you questioning and asking yourself, am I getting out of this situation what I've been putting in? For those of you who might be looking for a career change, looking to move away from a job that is no longer satisfying or just simply isn't, I want to say isn't paying enough, and I mean both monetarily and also like it might not be paying your spirit enough. Like it's not paying back enough. It's not paying off enough. It's not giving you what you are giving it. This is the advice that I'm seeing for you. Ask yourself these questions. Is it worth the time that you're putting in? Is it worth the effort you're putting in? Is the recognition there? I feel like you guys are already asking yourself these questions and could have already taken the steps to move toward what makes you happier and what feels more fulfilling to you. But what I'm seeing here is, even if you have done that, your guides still want you to be focused in that area. Your guides want you to ask yourself that every step of the way, and to not chain yourself to anything that isn't paying off the way that you know you deserve. Yeah, I'm hearing for some of you, don't chain yourself to the money. So for some of you, when you make this decision to walk away from something, or it could be a decision you already made, it might be difficult for you because of the money. It could be that it's a job that pays really well, or it's a path that would pay very well, and it's really hard for you to think about moving on from this. But this is really like, don't chain yourself to this idea because of the money or because of some other, it doesn't have to be money, but it's really coming through money for a lot of you. Don't chain yourself to something because of some form of security that you felt you were deriving from this, even if it's just an idea. And the reason your guides are saying that is because we have this Ace of Pentacles where the universe is so ready to provide you whatever it is that you need. So don't feel stuck in a situation because you think that you have to be in order to be successful monetarily or in order to provide for yourself. The universe is saying that they will actually provide what you need. This is such beautiful energy. They will actually provide what you need. Do not worry yourself with this Nine of Swords. Do not worry yourself. Do not concern yourself with having to be committed to something that you don't feel you want to commit to. Even if these are old ideas, for some of you, this is interesting. For some of you, this isn't a job necessarily, but a business idea. And you may have like the idea that this particular business plan is the more viable plan, but I think your guides are coming through to like really remind you that there's not necessarily a right answer. There's not necessarily a magic formula. Just because it's worked for someone else doesn't mean that you have to go that way in order to be successful. You can actually go your own way. If you have some like burning desire, some idea that you really feel called toward, you don't have to pursue necessarily like the well-established plan or the well-established path. And to not worry yourself about that, because it's like this feeling of like, we've got you. Really interesting energy. And I really feel like something to celebrate here. I feel like your guides are encouraging you to celebrate, encouraging you to look forward to what is happening for you. Yeah, really, really a message of listening to that call with the Judgment card. I just felt like I really needed to know what was under this Nine of Swords. And this is the energy of really listen to that call. Really believe in the clarity that you're receiving. We were talking about the clarity with the hematite. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gaining a lot of clarity, and that trusting that is going to be very important. What's interesting here is, gosh, you guys are getting a wake-up call, and you may have already received it. I feel like you're going to be either getting this wake-up call or moving into this energy at the beginning of August, because the Judgment card can mean literally that, a wake-up call. And this coming in right behind the Nine of Swords, which is literally a card that shows somebody waking up. So this can talk a lot about worries, anxieties, nightmares, trouble sleeping. So for some of you, it could have come in that form, but it doesn't have to. This can just be, this is actually solidifying that for me, that there has been some sort of wake-up call, or there will be a wake-up call. And I feel like you guys want to forge a new path in some way. And this is something that you feel passionate about. And your ability to believe in this call that you've received is going to be crucial. I feel also like you guys aren't going to have to try very hard to believe in this, because we have the universe offering you blessing after blessing. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for things lining up, for that seed that you plant to be watered. And this can be even in the most subtle form. Just things working out, running into the right person at the right time, getting that reassuring message when you do put some action in place, like getting that first sale or getting those words of encouragement. This is all the universe pushing you along this path, because you have received this call. Whatever this is for you, it feels like the clarity is there. The action may not be there yet, but the clarity is there. And this is really a message to trust that, and to really go for this with this Emperor energy, Aries energy coming through with that. Really go for this. Your guides are saying don't hesitate. Really interesting. Don't hesitate. Okay. I also feel like, for some reason, this is kind of weird. I feel like pointing out to you because I'm hearing your guides saying, meditate, don't hesitate. And I'm like, that's so weird. But I think that what they're saying is that there's a difference between stillness and hesitation. That stillness, like especially deliberate stillness, where you are putting the stillness into action so that you can hear from your guides, so that you can tap into that inner guidance, so that you can see what the next step for you is. That is so different than actually being hesitant to take a step. Listening and responding is what your guides are asking you to do. Hear the call and respond accordingly, but not hesitate to the point of standing still, or the point of being actually feeling like you're trapped or being chained to something that does not serve you any longer. So take that message as it resonates. Wow. I feel like I was going to clarify this Four of Swords. I still will, I guess. But I feel like your guides just clarified that randomly. So that's interesting. Let's see what we want more clarification about. I'm kind of curious about that Three of Pentacles. I'm curious about the Four of Swords. Let's see what we've got going on. What is up with the Three of Pentacles? Why is that here? Okay. We had the Page of Materials, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about this. The Page of Pentacles can even be about a new job, a raise, news about money. And that was kind of the vibe that I was getting off of this to begin with. This is like recognition for you. This is recognition. So this was actually coming out in your current energy. This could be that you have started to see the signs that something is working for you. And this would be an indication to trust that, even if it's really subtle, even if it's just like the tiniest little sale or little encouragement, or somebody has taken notice, but maybe it's not going exactly the way that you have planned out in the big picture, but you're starting to get those little seeds of encouragement. Yeah, I feel like something monetarily is coming forward for you guys, and it might be really unexpected for you, because I see that some of you are stepping away from something that you thought was a sure thing in terms of money. Like you're moving towards something that you feel like is more unstable or more unsure, or might present more questions about how it's going to work out, yet it's going to work out. Like it's going to be even more financially beneficial than what you thought was the sure deal. So that's really interesting. Let's look at this Four of Swords. Clarify this Four of Swords, please, Spirit. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here, Spirit? And if they don't talk, I'm like, I think it's because they already clarified it. And here I am asking again. That will never do. That will never do. That's like a quarter of the deck. Spirit. There we go. And what do we have? We have the Four of Swords again. Same thing happened in the first reading. So they're clarifying the Four of Swords with the Four of Swords and with the Eight of Materials. So Eight of Pentacles. So a little bit of sarcasm. I always read this as a little bit of sarcasm and cheekiness from your guides when they clarify a card with the same exact card. But it does solidify things for me. It solidifies that this is the idea of resting, recovering, meditating to know what steps to take next. So we're talking about the work that you do here. We're talking about your material abundance and your blessings in the material world. And your guides are really saying that that meditative energy, that energy of slowing down and quieting down so that you can really feel out what you want to do next and how you want to take practical action, it's going to be key. It's actually kind of challenging, and I feel like your guides are asking a lot of you right now, and it's something that you can do. It's something that you're capable of stepping up to do, because this is interesting energy, and it's nuanced. It takes a little bit of practice. Quieting down to do nothing so that you know exactly what to do. Really receiving that guidance, receiving these things more on that spiritual level, and then taking that practical action, as we've been talking about through the entire reading. So yeah, this is about taking that practical action. I want to clarify this devil energy. So why is this devil here, Spirit? Your guides are saying you will be led. You will be led. So that's why this meditating and this energy of just quieting down and really refocusing, figuring out where you want to go, that's why this is so important, because you're going to be led toward what work to do, what practical action to take. We have the Page of Inspiration with the Devil. So the Page of Inspiration is about following passion. And we were talking about with the Devil, not to let yourself be chained to something that you are not feeling passionate about. Don't be afraid to release yourself from those bonds. So I think your guides are coming through with a beautiful message for you to follow the inspiration. Do not follow the habits. Don't follow the trick of security is how it's coming through. Don't let this feel like it's security when really it's a trap. Really it's a prison. You want to be free. You want to be more in this Page of Wands energy. So let's finish up your reading with some advice, some more advice, I should say, from this self-care oracle deck. Just see what your guides are thinking is going to be the best energy for you to embody, what you might be able to do for yourself as you move forward with this energy. I am already going to throw it out there. I've said it, but just to reiterate, meditation is going to be important to you, whatever that means for you. Some people really have a hard time meditating and don't feel like they're really great at sitting quietly. So for some of you, this is about taking a walk. This is about just getting in nature and just however you quiet down. It can be through movement. A lot of people can hit that kind of meditative state from doing some form of exercise, doing yoga, something like that. But whatever you do to quiet things down and to relieve the stress, it might be about taking a bath, as this image kind of just makes me think of someone relaxing in the bath. Take that time to relax so that you can hear what the next steps are, because this is about practical action, but it's about inspired practical action for you. Okay, and we have write a gratitude list. We're going to pull another card. So really be thankful for what you have, for the accomplishments that you have made. That's going to help you get more of this. I feel like your guides are telling you to do this because with this Ace of Cups, this Ace of Pentacles, they want to bless you. They want to bring the newness in for you. And this is the easiest way for them to do it, for you to be in a state where you can easily receive that. Make an altar. So this might be about practicing some kind of spiritual ritual for you. Gosh, I'm getting that meditative energy again. I feel like meditating is really key. And again, you guys, I don't know why you're getting all these cards. Okay, so we have Sweet Treat and we also have Nourish Your Temple. This, to me, this is all about the food that you're eating. This is all about the food that you're eating. So for some of you, your diet might be really crucial right now. It could even be that getting into that meditative state, that hearing from your guides and being able to listen to these higher intuitive voices and this higher power, that you kind of need to be a clearer channel. So this is about just like watching what you're eating. I'm also feeling like eating the things that bring you a lot of joy, and that might be contradictory depending on what brings you a lot of joy, but I'm feeling like I'm getting both of those messages. I think your guides just want you to feel really, really good right now. Whatever that means to you. That might be about kind of nurturing yourself a little bit, being really kind to yourself, being gentle with yourself, and just allowing yourself to indulge. And it can also be about eating those foods that make you feel so good, and that those might be the same foods for some of you, and that would make it a whole lot easier, huh? So yeah, just really taking care of yourself right now and getting to a place where you can have that clarity. I think that's what your guides want for you, is that clarity. So yes, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Really beautiful energy, very positive energy, and a lot of help coming for you from spirit. Beautiful energy. So yes, if you resonated with any of these messages, if you liked this reading, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you in another reading really, really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3, if you were drawn to the green aventurine and the tiger's eye, this is going to be your reading. We're going to do your energy check-in. We're going to find out what you don't see coming and get some advice from your spirit guides. So right away with the stones that you got, I'm getting a very optimistic vibe from your energy right now. And I don't know if this is energy that you are feeling and embodying, or if this is energy that is going to be coming your way. So we will look deeper into that. With green aventurine, not only is this a stone that connects me to the heart chakra, so this can be about love, this can be about happiness, it's also about optimism, it's about good luck. And with tiger's eye being a protective stone, I'm really feeling like, God, I feel like your guides are there for you right now. Like, even if this is that you need a little pick-me-up, your guides are sensing that. They are reminding you that you are protected. They are reminding you to be happy. They're reminding you that you are loved. This can also be kind of an indication that some kind of romance or some love connection in your life, whether that is romantic or otherwise, is divinely protected right now, that there is protection being formed around this connection. So take that as it resonates. There's kind of a lot of messages that came through with that, but overall it's a very optimistic energy right from the beginning. And this could be the energy of your guides wanting to remind you to be optimistic, to be happy, to look on the bright side of things, and to know that that protection is there for you, that you're not in it alone. That's kind of the message I'm getting. So let's move your stones off to the side and see what card you have. So you have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits, Soul Tribe. I was just saying, like, you're not in it alone. And then we get this card with this soul tribe energy. So for some of you, this is about making connections, making new connections, having that sort of being protected. Also having some of the deep bonds and the connections that you've already formed, have a circle of protection around them. I am feeling like a lot of you are calling in your soul family with this. It's all coming together. It could be something you felt kind of bubbling beneath the surface for a while, and this might be an indication that this is really, really close. So in all of the readings, I'm talking a lot about the 8/8 portal, this Lionsgate portal that happens around August 8th. I do feel like the collective that I'm reading for is a collective that is going to be stepping through this portal, that is going to be upgrading, that is going to feel the energies of this shift. And for you, group 3, I feel like this might have a lot to do with you calling in your soul family. This might have a lot to do with you making the connections that you have been seeking, and just kind of knowing that these are the people that are going to have your back. Now, this can also be an indication of you forming stronger bonds with spirit guides, or meeting your spirit guides for the first time. But it will feel like this has been building, and like I just feel a breakthrough coming for you. And I do also feel like saying, just know that whatever kind of breakthrough you are going through, whatever you're moving toward, even if this feels like a major energetic shift and upgrade, this is divinely protected. Like, you have that protection, and just to focus on that. Don't be afraid to go there is kind of what your guides are saying. Don't be afraid to go there, because you are protected. Okay. That's kind of a lot. I feel like I'm still chewing on that a little bit. Because I do feel that you guys are breaking down some sort of barrier. This could have to do with love. This idea of love and just the heart space has been coming through in all of the readings. I think especially in reading 1 and in this reading. Yeah. So if this is about breaking barriers and forming connections in terms of love or family, I feel like that message is coming through really strong for you. So let's look at the tarot. I just saw the 8 of Wands as I was shuffling, and it feels really significant. So I'm pointing it out. The reason that I think this is catching my eye right now is I feel like your guides, like, based on the messages that were coming through, I feel like something's going to happen pretty fast for you, and it really might happen around this energetic portal. So things are going to be changing fast, and I think that's what your guides are talking about. Don't be afraid to go there. Don't be afraid to shift, to follow the energy, even if it feels like it's all happening so fast and out of control. So I want to look at your current energies to begin with. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. We were talking about this optimistic energy. Okay. It looks like you're feeling pretty optimistic about the work that you're doing specifically, but also about your connection. So this is really interesting because we're talking about this soul family. You get the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is about friendship. It's about connection. It's about celebration. This can even be a card of proposal or deepening of a relationship. So really interesting energy that of course isn't going to resonate for everybody, but this is a general reading, and I want to point it out because we're talking about love and forming these deeper connections, and then we have this very celebratory energy, this very sweet, nurturing, kind, caring, healing, supportive energy of the Queen of Cups. If this is about a romance for you, I feel like this is a person who supports you in everything that you do, that celebrates your wins with you, that is supportive of your work, is supportive of you chasing your dreams and ambitions. This could be somebody new coming in for you. It's so interesting because we're getting this feeling, this optimistic energy. So I'm still not really sure if you guys are feeling it. I hope you are, but because I'm hearing this from your guides, it's like, are your guides telling you to be optimistic because this is about to happen, or are you already like totally flowing with this? You might be in this this energy of manifesting exactly what you want to have happen. Looking forward to what you want rather than worrying about what you don't want to have happen. This is really beautiful energy. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. So we have the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Cups can be kind of an energy of, you know, interestingly, like I was going to say one thing and then I just heard surprise gifts. And that is so weird because the 4 of Cups can be about surprise gifts. It can also be about being indifferent or being kind of apathetic about the things that are coming toward us. But I feel like your guides are saying you may have come out of this time of indifference or this time of really noticing what you didn't want. And it's like you're moving into this energy of tapping into exactly what you do want. Like I was saying, like you're looking forward to what you would like to have happen. You're looking forward to how you would love for things to play out for you, and not so much looking at what hasn't worked. I feel like you guys are manifesting like you guys are manifesting this change for yourself. This is really interesting energy here. I feel like a lot of great things are about to happen for you, even things that you have not been expecting. And I keep hearing surprise gifts, so I have to interpret this this 4 of Cups as surprise gifts for you, because your guides won't stop talking about it. And this is so interesting because we are not into that part of the reading. Next, I'm going to look at what you don't see coming, and I would expect that to come out there, but it's not. It's coming out in your current energy. So you guys may have received something by surprise, something to celebrate that you were never expecting. It could even be that you are surprisingly feeling more optimistic than usual, and you're kind of like, I'm not quite sure why I feel like this, but I'm just going to go with it. This can also be that things are working out for you in terms of your work, in terms of like business pursuits or your studies, that things are really paying off for you. And it might be kind of surprising to you how well things are flowing. Now, if this hasn't happened for you yet, which I really do think for some of you this hasn't happened yet, so you might be like, what the heck are you talking about? This is not my energy. This is definitely the energy that your guides are trying to convey to you with this feeling of protection and this feeling of love and hope and optimism with the stones that you got. So even if this is about connections that you're wishing would come into your life, your guides are saying the connection is protected. Be optimistic. They're reminding you to manifest. They're reminding you to focus on what you want more of and to celebrate those things that have already come towards you that are pleasing to you. I feel like your messages are coming through very odd. Your guides are saying if it's pleasing to you, focus on it. And you might be noticing more. So this could be your current energy where you're noticing more things to focus on. But this is like, there's so much optimism surrounding you. There's so much support surrounding you. And I just find that so interesting because I don't know if this is your guides that are supporting you in this way or if this is actually like things that you're seeing playing out in your life. Very, very beautiful energy. And don't, gosh, your guides. Okay, they're saying also don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So, gosh, they're hitting me with like all the weird sayings. I feel like for you guys, this is a message of when these surprise gifts start pouring in, don't think it's too good to be true, because it's not. This is also kind of that feeling of like, this is all protected. This is all divinely guided. Do not think like, oh, maybe I should worry. This is how it's coming through. Do not think that you should worry about it. Do not try to look on the dark side of it. That sounds so silly. It's not, when I say it like that, it's like, why would you do that? But you know, sometimes you just think it's too good to be true. What am I missing here? Like maybe you're even going to be connecting with people that it just seems like we are just on the same page too much. What am I missing here? This is working out after so long. I must be, there must be something I'm not seeing, because it's almost like there could be this feeling of like expecting things to go wrong, but your guides are saying, open your heart to this, open your mind to this, to experiencing this. And I do think that some of you are already in this energy. Celebrate what's working, I'm hearing. Celebrate what's working. Okay. You guys are throwing me for a major loop. This is not what I was expecting. Not that I necessarily was expecting anything, but for some of you, there's a mother energy present for you. Or a really nurturing friend energy. So this could be an older female. It doesn't have to be a female person, but someone who has a lot of feminine traits, someone who's very kind and nurturing, showing up for you. And this could be part of your soul tribe. This can be just a blessing that's coming your way. I just see that there's this energy surrounding you. That's actually going to help you to be more optimistic. So if there's someone in your life encouraging you to look on the brighter side or to celebrate something, or really noticing those gifts and those traits in you that they love about you and pointing it out to you, it's like, accept that energy, celebrate that energy right along with them. It's the key to the success that you're going to be finding. Okay. We're looking at what you don't see coming. What do you not see coming? Number 3. Already we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is a really generous energy here. So there's some sort of generosity towards you. I'm not taking those. There's some sort of generosity towards you that you might not see coming. a gift, a raise, I'm hearing for some of you. Geez, okay. What do you not see coming? Let's just focus on that question and see what comes out. Because your guides want all of the cards to come out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to take the top card. Keep shuffling for you. What do you not see coming? You can't have all the cards, number 3. You just can't have all the cards. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I say you can't have all the cards, and then I'm giving you all the cards. That's it. That's it. No more. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck. That Hermit energy I'm hearing is past energy. I feel like there's a lot of connection coming through for you, and you might not see this coming. I feel like even if you are kind of social, or like you have been around a lot of people, you've been making a lot of connections or maintaining relationships, I feel like there's like a whole lot more connection coming in that you are not expecting. Love is definitely on the table for you with the Lovers card coming out, but the Lovers can also represent partnership, business partnership. This is showing up right under the 8 of Pentacles. And it also, of course, represents a choice. So this could be about a choice that you are making or have made. In this context, I think that there's a choice to remain more positive, to be more optimistic, to look on the brighter side of things, to practice gratitude, and that choice is really paying off for you in ways that you might not have imagined. So it's bringing a lot of abundance into your life. There's a lot coming in really fast for you. Here's that 8 of Wands that I was talking about in the beginning. Doesn't surprise me that it wants to show itself now, because it's wanted to show itself since I picked up the deck. There's a lot happening really fast. And your guides are saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the changes that happen really fast. If someone comes into your life and you're getting major soulmate vibes from them, I have to throw this out there because I can't unsee this. I can't unsee what I'm seeing for you, number 3. It might feel like it's really fast. It might feel like it's rushed. The feelings might be there a little too soon. This person might even express more than you expect them to. But there is a feeling that this is protected, and to trust it, to look at the blessings, to look at the glass as half full. So you might be coming out of a time of more solitude, of more introspection, maybe even a time when you didn't know what your next steps were, but it looks to me like your next steps are very, very clear at this point, or becoming more and more clear every day. A lot of good luck too with the Wheel of Fortune coming out for you. A lot of good luck and a lot of abundance. I feel like there's a lot of money showing up for you in unexpected ways. There's even payoffs for things that you didn't think were very lucrative, like past things that you've done. What's coming to mind is like somebody who maybe like they make music or they wrote something, and there's like an opportunity that song gets picked up out of nowhere, and there's like royalties coming in because they want to use the song on a TV show, or suddenly something that you wrote is revived. I feel like things like that are happening for you, and that being optimistic about what's possible for you, maybe even being optimistic enough to put something out, and maybe even I'm hearing to leave something out. So it could be that there's work that you've done in the past and you've thought about pulling it. Like, I wrote a book in the past and it sucks, and I think I'm going to take it down so that no one can buy it, and then suddenly you see that sales are starting to come in. So apply this however it resonates for you, but I do feel like there's money coming your way. And potentially even really fast, because I think there's a lot of changes that are coming in really, really quickly, and that you're moving out of this I want to say darker energy, but I don't think the energy is necessarily negative. So I don't mean darker in that way. I mean dark, like very introspective. This hermit energy, strong Virgo energy. So you might be coming out of a period of planning. You might be coming out of a period of analyzing and into a period of more movement and more growth. And it's like, it's rapid growth. Yeah, it's rapid growth with the Emperor. So Virgo and Aries energy coming through really strong for you. For some of you, I'm hearing that something that you may have started around April, you might start to see what's possible with that around September. So really take that as it resonates. It might have something more to do with the time in between. So like April, May, June, July, August, September. So 5 months. 5 might be significant there. It might be that there's like a 5-month delay and then everything starts to pop off. I'm hearing don't stop the working, don't stop working. So this 8 of Pentacles energy, don't stop whatever you have put into motion. Emperor and Empress. Whoa, what the heck? You guys are building some sort of empire. And I wouldn't be surprised if you have someone, a counterpart, to run this empire with. So whatever this work is that you've been doing, just know it's in the right direction. We were talking about something being divinely protected and guided for you, especially when it comes to love. But I feel like this has to do with love and finance. Whatever work you're doing, even if you feel like you've been doing it on your own thus far, Hermit energy, you are not going to be doing it alone for much longer. And your guides want you to know that, whether this is a business partner, a romantic partner, or some combination of the both. It might be friends. I don't know what this is for you, but there's definite connection here. And all this work that you did on your own, I'm kind of hearing, you know that saying, like, what's done in the dark will come to light? And it's in a negative, I mean, it's in a negative context usually. It's like, it's kind of a saying that people say, like, you know, people, like, they won't get away with it for long. They may have snuck around and done this, but it will be revealed. And I'm hearing that, but with a very different meaning behind it. So this is almost like the work that you've done in the dark, the things that maybe no one knew about it, the personal growth that you've been working on, this journey that you've been on, the hard work that you've been putting in behind the scenes is about to come to light. So you're moving out of this energy of like everything being kind of beneath the surface, like an iceberg. Like most of an iceberg is beneath the surface of the water. You only see that little point that sticks up. It's like all this growth that you've been doing beneath the surface has been building and building and building, and you're about to break through that surface. And wow, there's like blessings pouring in for you left and right. I feel like this message is like, you need this because your guides are coming through with all this optimistic energy, and from the looks of this, it looks like everything's so great for you. And it might be that this has already started to turn around, but it also might be that you haven't really seen this yet, and there's a real need to remain optimistic, to know that this is protected. Like whatever this is you've been working on, this is protected. You're being guided. You've been guided this entire time, and you're about to get to the point that you have wanted. All the work you did in the dark, everything no one saw, everything that didn't work or it seemed like it didn't work, you're about to see how it works, and it's about to happen real fast. Real fast. That's crazy, you guys. That's crazy. I lost track. Where are we? Okay, we want to get some advice from your guides, and I will close the reading with some advice from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. But I want to touch on this here with the tarot first. Okay, what advice do you have for number 3? What advice do you have? Okay. The Fool. You have a lot of similar energy to number one. A lot. So I just want to say that. What advice do you have for number 3? Knight of Wands. I'm super smiling. Super smiling for you guys. What advice do you have for number 3? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Advice for number 3, please. Whoa. Very similar energy to number 1. Oh my gosh. Number 1 had like 3 of the 4 knights come out, and you just had 2 knights come out. Let's look at your bottom of the deck. You have the 5 of Swords. First of all, your guides are saying to go for it. And I want to say, okay, what was I saying in the beginning? I can't even remember, but I know your guides were saying that, like, don't be afraid to go there. Don't be afraid to go for it. It was something like that. And the advice here is to go for it. Your guides are saying take that leap. So if you're feeling like little intuitive hits, like let me go here, let me talk to this person, let me make this connection, let me try this. Do not hesitate on that. There's no reason to. Your guides are saying to pursue your passion with careless abandon. Step out and just let it happen. And also, you know, things are going to happen fast with this Knight of Wands energy. We're again back with this 8 of Wands energy. Things will happen fast for you, but don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. There's so much happening. There's so much movement here. Every card that you got in your advice is about movement. I do feel like with this 5 of Swords, there might be the feeling of needing to walk away from something. Even walking away from old relationships, because I see so much new coming in for you relationship-wise. Knight of Cups, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Like, I just can't. Even relationship-wise, there could be something that you have wanted to step away from, or something that you've been trying to recover from, but there's so much newness coming your way. So this is like putting the past behind you, I'm feeling. It's weird because it's not normally what I feel from this card, but that's kind of the beauty of the tarot. Walk away. Like, your guides are saying walk away from anything that just doesn't feel right anymore. And I can totally see them telling you this because there's so much here that feels so right that it's like, why would you waste your time on anything that doesn't? So even if that means like you didn't get every drop of juice out of whatever that was, maybe there was something left unsaid. Maybe there was something was owed to you and you decide like, just forget it. I feel that sort of energy for you. Step into the new and kind of leave whatever just doesn't even feel like it's worth your time anymore, because it does feel like certain relationships, certain situations just aren't even worth your time anymore. Walk away. You're stepping into this new energy of moving instead of being stuck, of brightness and optimism. Look at your cards. Dang, number 3, look at your cards. Yeah. It's not worth it. Like, I just hear, like, pick your battles. Like, even if this doesn't have to be about a person. I feel like for some of you, it really isn't. Just pick your battles about stuff. What are you going to devote your time and energy to? What are you going to walk away from? Because I feel like you don't have time to devote to like any nonsense, because there's so much new stuff for you to do. There's so much new and exciting stuff going on in your life that you don't have any time for any nonsense. So any nonsensical people, any nonsensical events, Forget all that, because look at all of this. Look at all of this. And with this, this feeling of bringing in your soul tribe, this could, like for a lot of you, this is calling in a soulmate. It's like you can easily step away from what's not worth your time anymore, because there's something so much better. There's something so much better for you now. Let's clarify this Fool. Oh, wow. You guys' cards. Let's clarify this Fool, Spirit. What is up with this Fool card? Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Oh. Oh my gosh. The Star and the Page of Voices. So the Page of Swords. Okay. That that's the energy that we were just discussing. So the Star card is all about like looking forward to, gosh, optimism. You guys, your whole message is about optimism. Step out on that new path and believe that everything is gonna work out for you. So the Star card is full of hope. It's full of like anticipation that things are going to be clear to you, that things are going to be easy for you, that things are going to be great for you. And it's like, this is your reassurance here, stepping out, stepping off this cliff, stepping into the unknown with this assurance that it's going to be fine for you to do so. It's going to be fine. Like we were talking about with the tiger's eye, it's protected. You're protected. You're watched over. Page of Voices, Page of Swords energy. This is really about a lot of curiosity for me. I'm feeling like a lot of curiosity, a lot of energy, a lot of intelligence. So I feel like maybe some kind of like, maybe the intelligent part of you or the analytical part of you feels like when you just kind of step out into the unknown, you might be a little bit foolish, or like, shouldn't I think about all of this? Shouldn't I make, what do I want to say? It's almost like, shouldn't I prepare? Shouldn't I prepare for something to go wrong? Shouldn't I have it like figured out, a plan B? Like I'm smart enough to know that I need a plan B. And it's like, you really don't need that safety net. You don't need that backup plan. You don't need to settle here. You just need to be really curious, and you just need to embody this Fool energy. Beautiful. I feel like a lot of you are seeing it clearly now, is how this is coming through. You're seeing something really clearly. You have your eye on the goal, or you see a method, you see a way that this could happen, or this could change for you. What's with the Six of of Pentacles? And we get the World. This generosity might be coming from the universe and not so much from a person for some of you. This is about like things kind of, it's giving me that Wheel of Fortune feeling, like things turning in your favor, but this is closing out old cycles. This can even be closing out cycles that have to do with you not getting what you put in. So there's always this feeling of reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles, and you may have been coming out of circumstances where it felt like the work that you put in didn't pay off. That could be relationships, that could be in the work that you do, or like we were talking about, previous projects now starting to pay off. You are like closing out that cycle, moving into a new cycle where the work that you do, I looked at the timer, you guys, and it was 33:33. Just throwing that out there. That's definite confirmation. The work that you do will start to pay off. The old cycle of things not working out, people not giving you back what you put in, your work not paying off when you really, like, you're putting in a lot of work. I've seen that. I saw that. Like, I see you guys being analytical about it. I see you guys planning it. And it just can feel like even though you put in so much work, it didn't pay off. That's an old cycle. It's an old chapter. It's an old book. Like, you're closing the book, you're shelving it, and you are pulling out a new one. So crazy, crazy, crazy energy. And so much love and abundance headed your way. I can't not. Because look at you guys. At the bottom of the deck, Knight of Inspiration, so that's that Knight of Wands again. You guys, it's going to happen fast. It's going to happen fast. Ace of Inspiration, Ace of Wands. Another Ace. I can't. Four of Wands energy, I can't. And again, I'm seeing a lot of repeated messages. I think reading one, but it could have been a little bit... It could be a little bit of reading too as well. But yeah, a lot's changing for you. You're moving into a new cycle. I feel like August is going to be really important to you. So I'm interested in doing August readings. I'm getting pumped up just to see where this is going. We're going to close with some advice. I'm in shock and awe of your reading. So what are your spirit guides feel would be a good thing for you to focus on or to do right now to help bring in this energy? I will say, before we even look at the advice, like what advice has already come through, certainly this idea of optimism. Look on the bright side, practice gratitude. Wow, okay. Nourish your temple. This came out for reading 2. So this is about just taking care, a little bit of self-care. Take care of your body, your physical form. Soak in a bath. Connecting with water might be really important to you. You have this Ace of Cups right in the center of your reading, and I feel like there's a lot of emotional shifts and changes coming for you, so connecting to that element of water might be key. And as I'm saying that, connect with fire comes out. This is about connecting with your passion. I just feel like so much is changing for you, and look at all the fire that is out here with the Knight of Wands coming out twice, the Ace of Inspiration, Ace of Wands energy. So, wow, you guys. Connect with crystals. I don't know why you had so many cards coming out, but it looks to me like here's ground yourself and look for fairies. So this can be about getting out in nature. To me, this is all about getting out in nature. Gardening, if you feel called to it, and connect with crystals is also another card that is about grounding to me. So I'm actually seeing for you a lot of messages about connecting with the elements in general. We didn't have anything come out. Well, fairies are kind of an air element to me, so I don't know. You're getting like earth, air, fire, and water. This can just be about tuning in, maybe practicing some kind of rituals, getting your feet on bare earth, taking a bath, getting in nature. You guys are like connecting on so many levels. And to be honest with you, it's sort of an odd message, but I think this has a lot to do with the connections that you are drawing in. This could be that you're connecting with people, all different astrological like placements all coming together. I feel like your soul tribe is kind of a tribe where you all are balancing each other out. So this might be a very diverse group of people. You might find that like each sign is represented or each element is represented, and it's like you're forming this tight group or this bond. So even if this isn't this might not be one person, it might not be a group of people, it's going to be different for everyone, but somehow it's like you're filling each other out. You're holding space for each other. You're bolstering each other. Your gifts and abilities and your vision is going to support each other is kind of the feeling I'm getting. So yeah, this might be a very diverse group of people that all have something very unique to offer. I'm getting that for some of you. So yeah, take these messages as they resonate. It looks like there's a lot of work for you to do, that like it's going to make you feel good and it's going to balance you out. Taking care of your body, taking nice long baths, connecting, cozying up with your crystals if you have a nice little collection going. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. Yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you, number 3. So I'm going to leave it there. Your reading made me so happy. I hope it helped you and gave you some guidance. If you did resonate with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading very, very soon. Bye.